So I fucked up big time. So welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Eric, and in today's video, or this week's video, I'm gonna try to fix my rusted wheel welds. So let me show you. This is what it looks like. This is the outside fender, and this is the lip on the inner fender well, and it's totally gone. Here you have both outer and inner together, but this is all gone. It's the same thing on the other side. You also got a hole on the inside here, same thing on the other side. So that's what I was going to tackle this week and see if I can get it done. And I have this aftermarket repair panels, we can call it. Considering the fitment on the rocker panels, that was really bad. We'll see how these fits. I hope I don't have to bring in the rear doors to line it up with, but you never know. So this is what I'm going to try to get down this week, and I haven't really decided yet. Let me turn the body over so it's easy to show you. So let me get a panel here. So I don't really know where to cut it. Ideal would be to cut it on the inside here because it's not visible when the door is closed. But it's really hard to grind on the a pocket that goes inwards like this. So my first idea was to cut it on the outside line here, when I drew a line. But then you have this edge here. This is not easy. I've been thinking about this for weeks, and I don't really know. Maybe I should just go with the first thought. Usually the first way you think about it is the right way, and not overanalyze it too much. Oh, I don't know. And then it also comes to, I kind of wanted to overlap these panels and cut them together. That way you're gonna get kind of a 1 millimeter gap for your weld. And like I've been saying before, I'm not a body man. So this is nothing that comes natural for me to do stuff like this. The same in the back here. Should I keep this, replace that with this part? I mean, this is not rusted through, only up here. But if I cut it even with that thing there, oh man, and that is the inner. Ooh, what to do? Well, I guess it's just starting to do this. So I fucked up big time. On Monday, I started doing this, call it fender flares or wheel welds or whatever it's called. And I got in a rush and I grinded it too hard. So now it's paper thin here. And I also got a big bump over here. So I did this on Monday and I got so disappointed with myself. So Tuesday I didn't do anything on the car. I didn't want to look at this. I just kicking myself for being such an idiot, stupid, not taking it slow. And today is Wednesday and it's about 12 noon. So I don't know. I have the other side to do. I'm gonna fuck that up too, probably. So I'll just let you know what's going on, how I feel. Okay, so like you saw just a couple of minutes ago, I fucked up this side. So now I'm gonna try not to mess up the other side. I didn't shoot any videos on the first side I did because I wanted to see how it went, and you know it takes time. So this side I'm gonna do differently because my initial thought on the other side that didn't work out. So I gotta regroup and cut it in a different way. But first you got a double sheet metal here. You got one on the underside here from the inner fender well, and then you got the top one, which is the outer one. And because I'm going to roll the fenders in, I don't want the inner part. It kind of stiffen it up too much. So like on the other side there, I didn't make an inner one. It's just, let me show you if you can see anything. This is just a single sheet metal here. So when I roll this in, it's gonna be flush with the inner fender well. I don't know if you could see anything of that, but I hope you kind of figure it out. So this is, you see here, it ate all the outer fender off here, and what you see here is the inner fender. So I'm gonna start with cutting all this off because I'm not using it anyway. So let me kind of finish this up a little bit and we go from there.
Artlist.io.
It's so rusty here. Look at all this body sealer they put in here. It's a ton of it. So all the moisture get trapped here and it makes a big rust hole. So let's continue with the wire wheel and get the undercoating out of here.
Don't work too hard, my break the backbone. Return of the Mac, the king is back though. Corvette and cash, I never lack those. She saw the stone, you know how that go. Fatality, my diamonds that cold. Versace trunks, I hit my backstroke.
Music licensing reimagined.
All I really take is a little taste. Island girl, blue eyes with a little bass. Here for the thrill, I don't need a chaser. Wanna vibe at the getaway. Shimmy, shimmy, yeah, I got the semi-four way. Don't step out the line like this a probate. You hit the line and try to locate. This for the time, got time for no day. War. Too many, I'm going. Too crazy, and I got bad ones and they ready. A good time, so now it's into it, we left that. Can't remember
Artlist.io.
everything, but I know we got lit. Good times. Live in the moment, feel like summertime. Obsessed with nature, not a world mind. The room is spinning, but
Okay. So, I hope you can see anything in this one now. On the other side, I cut it over here in this kind of a crease here, or whatever you want to call it. So you got a line to cut after. So I cut this one here, and I cut on the car in the same way, and welded it together. But when I started grinding it, it takes away too much of the material, so I grind a hole in it. So I gotta figure out the different way on this one. So I was gonna start with so I know I want to cut this even with this one here, out here. But then I don't know. In the inside corner here, it's kind of hard to grind it, or maybe not. I don't know. This is my dilemma. Nowhere to cut it. Wonder if I should try the inside corner this time. It's least visible if I have to build it up or something with fiberglass. It's less visible than the outside. But you still have this here, then it's gonna come up here. Man, this is why I haven't done anything for 2 days. Because I'm probably gonna fail this side too. And these aftermarket pieces, they're not the perfect fitment like factory. So, oh man, I don't know. I'm not cutting it in that anymore. I also thought about cutting it in the middle of this one. Then you got kind of a flat surface to grind on. But up here it's really rusty here. This I need to cut all this off. See my problems? Because I'm not a body man. I've never done this before. crap. Well, now I put it like this. So I'm going to cut this here, and I need to cut this one here. I can't go any higher up. But then it's the rest of it. It's all rusted back here. So should I do it in patches or? Because if I cut it on the inside here, that would work, I think. It's it's a less place that have to be perfect, because it's you don't see it until you open the door, and the back door is not going to be open very often on this car. But the question is down here. Well, how do I do it down here? Should I replace a bigger piece of the panel? Will it, like, if I do a bigger piece here, would it make it less prone to warping? And up here, I gotta cut it there, because this is double, and I don't want to start drilling the spot welds and stuff. So that's why I'm cutting it here. The question is, should I make it a bigger piece? And also, I was going to try to cut this when it's on here. I didn't do that on the other side. I was going to, but I thought, you know, the lines are so perfect, so. And I messed that up. So if I cut this with a 1mm cutting wheel, that would give me it needs to come back a little bit. So that's gonna make it, that won't work. I need to cut this one first and then mark on this one and cut it so it moves over a little bit. But it's on top of it there. Man. I have such a big problem. I mean, you know. Oh man. If I cut this with a 1mm wheel, this one is gonna come in. How much is it sticking out on the other side? Oh, it's the same. I think we do that. Cut it. But this one. Well, I guess it's just start. This one, I do a round one here.
Music licensing reimagined.
Limousines. Really think I'm seeing things. Read the line in between. Yellow light, I gotta speed up. Get home, take the clothes out. Need that pronto. Look like a rave at the condo. Heck of a night in Toronto. She said, boy, you in Morocco. Pearl white mention in the top gold. Fill up my cup with the pop, whoa. High off life in the spot, though. Running out the visa, really talking to a real life Mona Lisa. Jesus pieces hanging off the
Artlist
pieces. So much
IO.
going on, it's hard to focus on the features. I got too many, I'm going. Too crazy, and I got bad ones, and they ready. A good time, so now it's in the way we left that. Can't remember anything, but I know we got lit.
Music licensing reimagined.
In the moment, feel like summertime. Assassination, not a world mine. The room is spinning, but I feel fine. Oh my, oh my.
Artlist IO.
Well, I got it better than the other side. Still got a little bit of a gap here. So, and it's so thin, you know, it burns a hole right away. See? The metal is so thin on this body, but I got a little bit of a bump here. I'm gonna try heat it up later when the car is down from the rotisserie. But this one, I don't know if I'm gonna try to fill this with weld. I can't get anything behind it, so I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do with this. But the fitment on this aftermarket, because if I get it to line up in this corner here and up here, then it's off here. It's impossible to get it to line up everywhere. So I decided to do this one because this is gonna be kind of at the bumper. It's not that noticeable. I want this is the door, so I want that to be better. But well, this side was easier than the other side, but you live and learn. So here's my failure. I'm gonna leave it like this until I get it down on the floor so I can sit comfortably on my stool and finish welding this up. I also did some patches on the inside, front and back. Rust that I cut out, and that's the good side. This is the bad side. This is unacceptable. But the metal is so thin. I mean, this is started probably like a 0.7 millimeter 22 gauge sheet of metal, but when they press it, you know, it shrinks. So it's like paper thin. Your welding here, it's just, I mean, if you could see close up on these, they're like, there's nothing. There's no sheet metal at all. Pain in the ass to weld. So this, I'm not going to grind this down anymore because I'm going to heat some areas here try to shrink it so I can get rid of this bump here. So I think it's pretty done. I gotta go through it one more time, but I think it's time for it to come down again. I think I've done what I need for it to be up in the air. I'm worthless. Damn. I know I've tried to do some rust repair in the fender flares, wheel wells before, and it always ends bad. Well, what am I supposed to do? I don't know anybody that's good at on this stuff that I can ask for help. I gotta do it all by myself. So anyway, the next video coming out, it's probably gonna be down on the floor again, and I think I'm gonna clean up the inside and get some epoxy primer on it. I just got it today, a new can of epoxy primer. So, but we'll see what happens. What the next video is going to be about, I'm not really sure yet. So we'll see. I'm saying I'm doing one thing, but then I come, oh wait a minute, I'm going to do this instead. So we'll see what the next video shows. Thank you all for watching, and I really appreciate all new subscribers. Thanks a million. See you in the next video. Bye bye.